kids. Come on. Hey, now, y'all. What's happening on Tuesday morning? Hope everybody's feeling good. Beautiful day here in the Bay. Blue sky, warm conditions. Creative Tony coming at us from the wilderness, the not the Rocky Mountains, but the Tahoe Mountains. Tony, what do we call the mountain range up there? Give me a proper identifiable name for the mountains of Tahoe. Tony, go.
The Sierra Mountains, the Sierras, basically. But also there's the Rubicon Peak. There's Mount Talac. I think my dad actually climbed to the top of Mount Talac, one of the highest peaks up here. And then you've got the Tahoe Basin. Then you got the Donner Basin, and it's just, I mean, you want to talk about a beautiful morning, dude. I already went on a little walk with my kids down to our local market, the Tahoma Market. Got them cinnamon rolls. We went on a little skateboard ride.
Out on the cinnamon rolls. Let's investigate that a little bit. We talking like cinnamon rolls right out of the freaking oven, all warm and hot. Oh, nothing better.
And homemade right there at the deli in the Tahoma Market. So they're great cinnamon rolls. And then we have our little coffee shop. It's called Where We Met. Shout out to Liz. She runs that coffee shop. It's a great little coffee shop, and it's right next to a place called Colt Burger, which is a phenomenal burger shop. You only have the menu is very easy. There's only 5 burgers to choose from, and that's it. And then you've got next to that, you got a little restaurant called the Dog and Bear. So, but I do want to say this little downtown Tahoma back in the day used to have one of the greatest bars in the history of bars called the Gold Spike Saloon. Ooh. And my dad and my uncles used to go down to the Gold Spike, and I always wanted to get in there, but of course I wasn't allowed. But the I just want to say shout out the Gold Spike Saloon from Tahoma, the days of Tahoma.
Is it still open?
No, now it's the post office. So they got rid of the bar and put the post office there. But we're talking downtown Tahoma. But you said it was a beautiful day in the Bay, and it's a beautiful day up here in Tahoe.
All right, okay. And Tony, by the way, drinking his coffee out of a paper cup today. Look at this. I got my mug going. You got your paper cup. As long as we caffeinate, everyone's going to be fine. Now, Creative Tony, obviously, of course, one of your creations, one of the Creative Tony ideas to land on this show was the invention, Creative Tony's invention of Roby Tuesdays. So the tradition carries on. You guys are all welcome at home. Dom, Steve, Rag, Sweet Mad Hatter. What's up, man? Stinking badges, all of y'all. You guys want to robe up? You go ahead and robe up. Now, Tony, I got to ask some questions. I see you doing like a navy blue dark, very mysterious, very almost like borderline romantic today. You're conjuring up a lot of feelings in me. What are you going for stylistically? What are you going for look-wise? Tony, go ahead.
So this is another one of those beach robes. This is a different version. This is it's terry cloth, and it's nice and loose. I mean, the sleeves are a little short, but it's got the hood, and it goes down to, again, right over the knee. It's great to put on, especially at the end of the day at the beach when it's getting a little chillier. But you still want to be at the beach, and you want to be dry, but you still want to jump in that beautiful lake too. So I highly encourage the beach robe. This is just a navy blue terry cloth today.
Okay,
Paul.
fair enough. Now we got some comments coming in immediately from the our friends in the comments line. It's Stinking Badges, just one word comment: sleeveless. That's all. Sleeveless. And you are rocking sleeveless. Go ahead.
I do also want to say that I followed through on my chopping wood video. My daughter filmed it for me. Shout out Olivia and her production skills, and she was ripping me to pieces. She's like, "Dad, what are you doing? This is so lame. What are you doing?"
No, this is what the people want. You got to tell Olivia this is what the people want. The Creative Tony Nation, they demand footage. Yeah,
right. So I have a video. I'll post it to YouTube later. But if we want to show it later in the show too, I did. We
want to show it. I friggin' demand it. Now the cat's out of the bag. Tony and I, we did have a conversation this morning, a couple hours ago. Pardon me, I'm going to choke to death on the air today.
No.
Tony was saying that Tony was like, dude, I got this video of I'm chopping wood. I mean, what do I do? And I go, send it to the VIPs, man. Send it. So you guys, we're trying, bro. We're trying to get the VIPs edition. What happened this time? What was the obstacle this time?
Basically, I was trying to email it to myself to get it onto the show and to have it downloaded on the show and download it onto my laptop for the best quality to put onto YouTube. So that's what I'm just in the process of doing that. So we could hold out and send it to the VIPs later if you want, Paulie. I'll let you make the executive decision later on the show.
Well, anytime you got to hold out, I'm holding two things you got to realize. One, Tony, I'm holding out for a hero. Okay. Holding out for a hero. Am I going Top Gun on that one?
No, oh man, hold on a second. Where is the freaking air horn? You need it, dude.
I'll give it to you. I'll air horn myself. One more for a hero. What? I don't know. What
give the air horn to yourself too.
Hold on. Help me out. What is this? What?
Paulie.
Yeah.
Footloose.
Okay. Oh, with the
And
tractors, is that the drag race? Okay, good. Okay, even better.
then-
Creative Tony being such a, and by the way, if you guys have noticed, I'm using all of my cunning abilities and broadcast know-how to avoid. You see, Tony, to avoid talking about Giants ball, because I'm not sure how much more of this I can take. I'm just throwing it out there. Yeah, we'll get into it. Yes, I'm unhappy. Yes, I'm filled with negative takes today, and I'll share them all with you in a couple of moments. But I thought we'd have some lighthearted stuff first. Okay, Tony, question for you.
Yeah.
You are an 80s aficionado.
Yes.
Shout out Cigar Aficionado. I want to see you on the cover of that someday. But anyway, you're an 80s aficionado.
Nice.
If I told you, Tony, you're only going to get one of the two. You can't have both. And this goes from this day forward to the end of your life. I'll either give you Top Gun or Footloose. You can't have both. Which one are you taking and why?
Footloose.
Okay. Wow.
It's not even a question. There's no hesitation. There's zero hesitation. It's Footloose all day.
All right.
Because of the struggle to get dancing legalized in their town, and to go up against a monster, also known as Reverend whatever, John Lithgow's character, I forget his name, and you had Kevin Bacon just leading the charge as Ren McCormick, and you also have Christopher Penn. I mean, it's a high school movie. I'm a big into the high school themed movies.
Who's Bacon's girlfriend in the movie? I forget her name. The actress.
And she's John Lithgow's daughter. That's what makes it so troublesome.
It's taboo. It's very taboo. But that ain't stopping Bacon. Bacon needs to dance, and you should. That's my partner. That's what he's saying in my head. You're with me, girl. I don't care if your dad's the Reverend. We're gonna dance, and I'll play some Quiet Riot. I don't play some Quiet Riot just for kicks. But go ahead.
Lori Singer was the actress's name, but she was Ariel Moore was the name of her character.
Okay.
And John Lithgow's character was Reverend Shaw. Reverend Shaw, dude. And don't sleep on Sarah Jessica Parker's character, Rusty Rodriguez, dude. So, and then Christopher Penn with Willard. Hello, Willard. So, but this is nothing against Top Gun. Top Gun's great. But if you made me choose, I had to choose volleyball. And dude, we know, Sinking Majesty says, but volleyball. The volleyball scene in Top Gun is top-notch, badges. It's top-notch.
We've talked about it. The oiled up pecs, it's very, very homoerotic. They're this close to making out in that scene. All the dudes. It's almost like a dude on dude kind of soft core scene. You know what I mean? They're oiled up. They're slapping glutes. The dog tags are flapping. You know what I mean, dude? It's serious competition. It's Boys Town. We're down in Boys Town now on the beach. Tony, maybe some shirtless, oiled up volleyball for you up in Tahoe while you're enjoying the warm temperatures up there. Maybe just
I'll go to my daughter again. Yeah, I'll say to my daughter, hey, let me hold on. I'm just going to oil myself up. Can you film me just playing some volleyball, please? No, dude.
Oh, dude, please. What would it take? What would it take to get you oiled up on a video for all the supers? What would it take?
We may have to have like a I don't know, some type of dare, truth or dare. But I also want to say the common denominator between Top Gun and Footloose. Can you name the common denominator between Top Gun and Footloose, Paulie?
I'm thinking
it's not one of the actors. It's part of the movie.
Oh, it's Loggins.
No,
you gotta have Loggins. Loggins is going to take care of business, dude. In once again with the '80s, when they were building like a blockbuster movie, getting the cast, the ensemble together, they're like, all right, we got Tom Cruise, you know what I mean? We got Kilmer, we got Chris Penn, I got Sarah Jessica Parker over here. Now we need the soundtrack. Somebody get me Loggins on line one. You know what I mean? And Loggins is going to deliver every time. Loggins been delivering the goods for years. Loggins even delivered the goods on bona fide comedy Caddyshack. I'm all right. That whole bit, that's Loggins once again. Loggins just blanketing the 80s, bro.
I was gonna say owned the 80s, but Paulie, now and we're gonna get to I want to talk some Niners camp today too, and we're gonna get to the Giants. It's just
we're gonna get into it. Did you watch the game last night, by the way? Did you watch the whole game? Did you get to see it?
I did, but I want to say really quick, there's either Danger Zone or the song Footloose. Which are you going Danger Zone or are you going the song Footloose?
That's a hell of a boy. Oh boy, these are tough. Listen,
right. Now you got to cut loose, Footloose, kick off the Sunday shoes, or you got to go highway to the Danger Zone. So
does he drop a please Louise, sweep me off my knees or something? What? Yeah, there's a lot, and plus it's that twangy guitar riff in Footloose. Bam, ba bam, ba bam, digga bam, bam. You know what I mean? Like that whole twang thing. But then again, Dude, the urgency of Danger Zone, bro. There's like, we got a job to do here. Like, seriously, like, this is life and death shit. Get logins on. You know what I mean? Like, get the headphones. I got logins. I don't know, bro. I might go Danger Zone, Tony. I might go Danger Zone. How about you?
You're getting a lot of love for Danger Zone in the comments, and also, dude, you got to. I just love the fact that Tuba. I love the name, by the way. Tuba Sun God is back. What's up, Tuba Sun God? Good to see you back in the chat.
Tuba Sun God, do you happen to know Trombone Shorty? Just another guy who paired his name with a brass instrument. Yeah.
Dude, great question. I love Trombone Shorty. Troy Andrews, by the way. He says Kenny Loggins is 77 and currently on tour. That is badass.
Well, that's your gig for life. I mean, that's the thing. He made the lifetime commitment. By the way, Escobar making me laugh my A off early in the show today, dude. We're talking Loggins. His comment went flying by. He just said, "Can I get some love for Messina, bro?" Yes, you can, Escobar. That's for a super hardcore Loggins guys, dude. They don't even know. The posers don't know about the Messina years. But yes, dude, Loggins and Messina. Great call, Escobar.
You are on the money, dude. And you want to go deep? Shout out the song "Angry Eyes" by Loggins and Messina. Check out the jam in "Angry Eyes," Paulie. I'm not even riffing here. This is for real, serious. Everybody, do yourself a favor today. Do some PMP homework. Check out "Angry Eyes" by Loggins and Messina today. You won't regret it.
By the way, also, Tony, Escobar was a super. So thank you, Escobar. Appreciate that. Now, Tony, you're telling me I got to go. And by the way, still avoiding Giant baseball. Still 12 minutes deep, avoiding Giants baseball. Thank Escobar. You can have all the love for Messina you want. Can't have one without the other. Peanut butter and jelly, Abbott and Costello, Loggins, Messina. Dude, Loggins, Messina. Yeah. Who are your biggest influences? I don't know. Zeppelin, you know what I mean? Bob Dylan. I like a lot of that stuff. The Beatles, Loggins, Messina, guys like that. All right, Tony. You know what I mean? It just works.
It's like, no, yeah, you know. I got Plant, Daltrey, Messina.
Yeah, totally. Singers? Oh yeah, no, I like Steve Perry. You know what I mean? I like Steven Tyler. I like Messina. You know those guys. Yeah, dude, Messina. I need a shirt that just says Messina.
Okay. Well, Paulie, you just stole the thought out of my head because I was thinking this like 5 minutes ago. You know how we have Robot Centaur as the Robot Center sports desk anchor. We also have Don Peralta as the art director. We have Carlos de la Fuente as our mortgage lender. We have Dr. Young as our dentist. We have Neil Donardi as our basically our chef.
Yes, dude, very good. He's our bear, dude. He's our Jeremy Allen White, Neil Donardi, but he's a lot friendlier and he's not as crazy. By the way, I watched another Bear episode post Giants game last night. He's starting to unravel. Bro. He can't take it much longer. And I love that. He's always on the brink of having like a breakdown, which I feel like I am too always. So like I identify with this guy. Tony, go ahead. Yeah.
Two things. First of all, real quick on that actor, Jeremy Allen White, is that he's such a good actor that you forget he's acting, number one. And then number two, I want Jeffrey Winkler, aka Winks, to become our t-shirt creator. Because I know he makes t-shirts. And I just want a Loggins mug on my t-shirt with the beard, like mid-80s Loggins face on a t-shirt for me, please. I also want the Tony's Top 3 logo on a t-shirt, please. So maybe we need to have a call with Winks one of these days and say, will you become our what is it? What are they? A head of wardrobe. He's the
like a director of merchandise. Yeah, merchandise. My buddy BC did that with Phil Lesh and the Grateful Dead. He was the director of merch. Shout out BC. And by the way, the Grateful Dead spirit is in the air big time. More on that in a second. Candlestick Kid, what's up, man? Want to thank the PMP Familia, and I love that handle. Thank you, Noemi, for coming up with that one. The PMP Familia. What? What's up? What are you pumping?
He says he had great conversations with Low Steve yesterday and can't wait to move forward with you, brother. That is fantastic, Candlestick Kid. I love it, man. What?
I want to say, Tony, sorry, that he's kind of telegraphing our punches. Thank you, Candlestick Kid. Thank you, Low Steve. We're going to talk about Low Steve in a few minutes, but first I wanted to talk about Dr. Matt Young, since we're checking off all of our sponsors today. We'll start with Dr. Matt Young. Carlos, you're coming up in just a few, but for now, Tony did mention that Dr. Matt Young is the official dentist of the PMP Familia. And again, I cannot encourage you. I'm not just saying this for my health. I'm not just doing this to get the reps in. I'm telling you guys, I'm actually trying to do you guys a favor, a solid. As a guy who's one of the most nervous, uptight SOBs you've ever seen when it comes to walking into a dental office, that's all gone now. That's all gone now. Thanks to Dr. Matt Young, who's located down 490 Post Street. Email him anytime for an appointment, for a procedure. You just want to go shake his hand and meet him and check him out first. go ahead and do that. info@youngdentalsf.com. You can also call Matt Young, 415-392-8611. What can I tell you about this guy? We'll start with this. He's been in business 25 freaking years, man. Anybody doing anything for 25 years is obviously going to build up a lot of expertise, and he certainly has accomplished that. Located in Union Square, like I say, beautiful part of the city. You really have a nice city day when you're down there. And his services, Tony, he offers the full gamut, whatever you need. You need a cleaning? Yeah, come on. He does that. What do you need? Just a checkup? You can do that too. How about comprehensive dental care across the board? Blanket coverage we're giving you. We're talking about fillings. We're talking about implants. We're talking about cleanings, emergency care, veneers. Great team down at Young Dental too. The entire staff is money. All great people, just like he is. And I think they take a lot of pride in that, like the personable staff that they have. They just relax you from the jump. Hey, have a glass of water, relax. What do you want to listen to when you go in? You like the Stones? Good. I got Hot Rocks right here. You know what I mean? They're always working with you to relax you. They also specialize, Dr. Matt Young does, specializes in implant surgery and implant restorations. Pretty much all the major insurance companies are accepted. Get on down to Dr. Matt Young, Tony. You will see why I love this guy as much as I do. He's a great sponsor too. Thank you for supporting the show, Dr. Young. You freaking rule. And I hope to see him on 8/26 with the PMP Familia out at the Giant game. Tony, go ahead.
That's a great call, Paulie. Make sure that we got to make sure that Dr. Young is there. And also, Paulie, you know, Loverboy's hit "Working for the Weekend." Everybody's working for right.
By the way, very Iron Maiden kind of riff right there. They're throwing. Yeah, good call, T. Good call.
My thing is, Dr. Young isn't working for the weekend. He is working on the weekend.
Yes,
and the Young Dental Group is working on the weekend. Check out their hours. I can't emphasize this enough, because say you work until 5 p.m. Guess what? Dr. Young and the Young Dental Group, they're open till 7 p.m. on weekdays. And guess what? Say you can't make it during the week, they're open Saturdays, not just 8 till noon, not just 8 till 11, not even 9 to noon. It's 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. So seriously, they're working on the weekend. They're working for you. They want to give you an opportunity to get in to see them, because they know everybody's schedules are hectic. So again, if you want to get in for an appointment, hey, and mention PMP, and they will take great care of you. Email info@youngdentalsf.com, and then give them a call, 415-392-8611, 415-392-8611, Paulie.
Thank you, Tony. Well said, my brother. Okay, now as we transition to the meat of the show today. By the way, looking ahead to tomorrow, just real quick while I'm thinking of this, we will do our Wednesday midweek night flight, 8 p.m. show tomorrow night. Creative Tony on location in Tahoe. I'll be right here in the North Bay of the Bay Area. But special guest, I just booked him this morning. We're going to bring back Jeff Faust from the Freestone Peaches. It's funny. I had a funny conversation with him. By the way, the Giants are killing him too. Jeff Faust doesn't like what he's seeing. I'm just throwing this out there. Once you've lost the Freestone Peaches, bro, you know you're in trouble. You know what I mean? Sure. But he was saying that they have a gig this weekend, and they're a little worried about people showing up because of the Dead shows. They share like the same kind of audience, Allman Brothers, Grateful Dead. And like myself, a lot of us are going to be heading into the city for Golden Gate Park. But if you're not going to see the Dead this weekend, definitely check out the Freestone Peaches and Jeff Faust. We'll talk about the gig, and we'll give you all the info tomorrow night. But I just wanted to kind of show my cards there that he will join us tomorrow night. Yes, T, go ahead, buddy.
Two things, Paulie. I just want to remind people that the audio versions of the show are available on Spotify and on Apple Podcasts and on TuneIn at Polymax Particles. Also, when you're watching the show on YouTube, please smash that like button and subscribe. Tell your friends to subscribe. I've got all my family, aunts and uncles. I can't thank them enough. They've all become subscribers, and they're telling people about it. I saw a couple of people on the beach 2 days ago. They've become subscribers. So yeah, if you can @Polymax Particles on YouTube, and then follow us on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Blue Sky as well, Facebook. Thank you, Patty, for the Blue Sky love, and Noemi's on Blue Sky too. And then Paulie, you said the Allman Brothers. I want to make a personal request. I don't even know if the Freestone Peaches play this tune, but dude, yesterday on my drive, because I had to do that whirlwind drive yesterday, Paulie. Allman Brothers, It Ain't My Cross to Bear.
I mean, come on, bro. What are you kidding me? No, yeah. That's hardcore blues, man. That's hardcore effing blues. That's why it's so intimidating for me when I play with these guys, because like that stuff, singing Greg Allman songs is like the scariest musical thing I've ever done. It's
Yeah.
so hard to
Mhm.
try to do that stuff justice because you listen to the vocal on that song, it just
Oh.
breaks you down into a pile of dust, you know?
That's what it did to me yesterday. I was like, wait, what is this? What is this? And I'm like, oh my God. And it knocked me on my ass. It was
Where did you pick that up? Where, like, was that on the Sirius satellite? Like, where'd you get that song in your radar all of a sudden?
so I downloaded a bunch of Allman Brothers albums. And so I just put my Apple Music on shuffle yesterday for my drive. And I was like, and it came up and I was like, oh my God, this is incredible, dude. It's just, it knocked me on my ass, man. I did not see it coming. And and it's not one of their quote unquote hits, you know?
No.
But they just didn't make bad music. That's just
no, they made some of the greatest music my ears have ever heard. If you like Greg Allman blues stuff, dude, I highly, and you probably know this one. It's on the Fillmore East album, their famous one. But do you know the Greg Allman blues track called Stormy Monday?
Yes, dude. Yes.
Dude, Stormy Monday, same kind of thing. Just kicks you right in the nuts, drops you to your knees. You know what I mean? They call it Stormy Monday, but Tuesday's just as bad, Tony. Tuesday's just as bad. You know what I mean? Don't expect any relief on Tuesday. That's going to suck too. That's what he's basically saying. Yeah.
Totally. Hold on.
Utah, give me 2.
I got 2 for you, Paulie. Anthony Merkovich, he's asking if you're the singer when you sit in with Freestone Peaches, and the answer is yes. And dude, give me some Blue Sky, Paulie. I love Paulie singing Blue Sky. That's
it's also tough, dude. I'm serious about that. It's the hardest. I told Jeff Faustus too. It's no secret though.
Yeah.
It's the hardest thing I've ever taken on. It's the hardest musical challenge I've ever taken on. Singing that stuff. Dickie Betts, Greg Allman. They're just challenge, and the vocals are so incredible that you just want to do them justice, you know, which is hard. That's a hard trick to pull off, man.
Totally. And by the way, Rags asked this in the chat, and so did Leah. Like they're seeing people walk in the background in the.
Yeah, you got a lot of strangers. You got Sasquatch activity. What's going on?
I got Sasquatch back there. I got Steal Your Squatch, but I also have like my son and daughter are probably just walking back and forth. So you might see them. Give them a shout out. That's Dominic and Olivia. Megan might be walking back and forth. My mom or my dad. We got a whole posse here. But I also want to say, Paulie Sanchi had a great line in the chat. He says, "SFG Giants being ain't our cross to bear." Basically,
okay.
Giants baseball.
All right, let's get into it. By the way, keep up that thread. If you want to assign a song to this Giants team, you go ahead and do that. Yeah, ain't my cross to bear. Stormy Monday, that works too. Stormy Monday works. Okay, I'll stay with the Allman Brothers. Here's another one. You Don't Love Me. And I look at the Giants and I'm like, you guys don't love me losing games like this. And let me give you some numbers. Let's dive into Giant Ball right now. And if you have any other songs to describe the current state of Giants Ball, go ahead and do that. Tony, here we go. Here's a 6-5 loss last night. If you're keeping track, that's 4 straight freaking L's. They're 2-8 in their last 10. They are now only 1 game above 500, bro. Not that long ago, they were like 10 games over 500. Now they're 1 game over 5. And it's the Pirates, bro. I got McCutcheon launching bombs. You know, it's so disheartening. Don Peralta, 2-word review. Yeah, shit sandwich. I can't dispute that one. This one's just a 2-word review. It says shit sandwich. That's a little final tap. Yeah.
Paulie, on that note, dude, the McCutcheon home run, my son, like we were watching that, and Dom looked, he goes, "Oh, Dad, here comes McCutcheon. He's going to do something. He's going to do something." I'm like, no, he's not. And all of a sudden,
yes, he is.
Boom. And then Seymour put that breaking ball on a platter. If you watch, I watched that home run like 3 times. And so with the breaking ball, when you throw it, man, you want it, if you're going to miss, you want to miss low, right? And I teach my kids, there's certain curveballs you throw for a strike, and then there's other curveballs that you throw that start as a strike and dive out of the zone, dive low out of the zone. That ball hung up there on a platter, dude. And you could almost see McCutcheon's eyes just like come out of his head, like, oh my God, I'm going to crush this. And by the way, Paulie, that was a 1-2 count. That was a 1-2. Dude, a 2-strike mistake like that in the big leagues is unacceptable, man. I know that he's a young buck. I get it. But still, man, like, that was just like, come on, dude. You can't make that kind of mistake in the big leagues. And Dave Fleming says it all the time on the broadcast. MLB is not where you learn how to play baseball. You should know that by the time you get to MLB. So, and I know mistakes happen, don't get me wrong, but I'm just saying that was a 2-strike home run, dude. And it ended up being the difference in the game. And I was like, Jesus, dude. And by the way, Paulie, the number 12, okay? 12.
That's Joe Panic's old number, I believe, number 12. I think you
also,
were 12.
He was 12. Dusty Baker was 12. God, good 12s. I'm thinking about good 12s, Paulie. That's a good thing. Anyways, 12 runners left on base last night. 12.
Well, that's just what they do. This is a strand, guys. Pardon me. Excuse me, I got something in my throat today. They strand runners. It's like a nightly ritual for them. Creative Tony, real quick. I would never normally do this, but just for the sake of everybody involved, you're getting some of that old school, like it used to happen like in the early days of the show. We're getting a lot of that mic static from you today. Maybe just do like a quick extra plug-in, tighten some shit up, whatever it takes. And if not, we'll survive. Just throwing it out there. Okay. I do want to talk about, and if not, T, don't worry. I'm just throwing it out there. If it's a tightening thing, if it's a plug-in thing, and if not, we can address it after the show. It's all good in the hood. But I want to talk about Wizenhunt a little bit. I kind of liked him, actually. I liked, like, for starters, I liked his demeanor. It didn't look like the moment was too big for him, which I think is that happens a lot of times when pitchers have to pitch their first game in the bigs. I remember when Tyler Beatty started his first game for who was the number 1 draft pick, by the way, never really worked out. Tyler Beatty, good dude too. I always liked him. Yep. But I remember when he came up, he looked so nervous on the hill, spitting, rubbing the butt. He just looked nervous. Yeah. I didn't get that vibe with Wizenhunt last night. I kind of liked his demeanor. 5 innings, pretty good, solid work. I don't want to crack him too much for rookie mistakes because that's exactly what he is. He's a rookie. And again, the Pittsburgh Pirates are the kind of team you should be able to beat on your own field. But the way the Giants are playing right now, I mean, everything is a toss-up. But what just your overall impressions with Wizenhunt? Would you feel comfortable sliding him into the rotation at this point, giving him another start?
I would, Paulie. I just want to also, and I think I was getting too close to the mic just because hot mic. But I would like to I just saw this in the chat and it says Los D had to step away for a family emergency. So I don't know what that is, but I just want to make sure that we send Los, we'll make sure we send Los some love here. And yeah, so just
and Tony, you're freezing up. We got a lot of hijinks going on right now. Tony's freezing up. Yeah.
Yeah,
you
sound great. You sound great. I look great. I just wanted to give some love to Los D, and I hope everything's okay, Los D, because that is not okay. That's not okay that you had to step away for a family emergency. I hope everything's okay, bud. That's all.
I love you, Los D. Let us know if we can do anything for you, man. Let us know. By the way, I can't see the guy's name, but it's a great comment on the comment line. Shout out to Wizenhunt's family and his dad. Bro, his dad's coming in a clean 3 bills. Did you see his dad up in the seats, Tony? Yeah. He big gut, you know what I mean? Big man, but kind of like one of those guys, like big gut, but didn't seem like grossly out of shape big gut, like maybe a former offensive lineman kind of vibe I was getting off this guy. Anyway, they're from North Carolina, the Wizenhunt, so they made it. What a big thrill that must be to watch your son pitch in a big league yard for the first time. Must be insane. Yeah.
By the way, I can't even imagine that thrill. Seriously, like watching that kid for the A's, Kurtz, who had 4 home runs the other night. He went 6 for 6 with 4 home runs. And did you see the family shots in the stands when they were watching the kid go deep in Houston? I forget what they call the Minute Maid Park. Is it still Minute Maid Park? I don't even know.
I guess I still call it the Astrodome, for God's sake. You know what I mean? Yeah,
dude, I can't imagine that thrill. But I also want to say, Paulie, there's 2 different types of guts, right? There's the gut that you can tell used to be maybe built up, that is just extended through good beverages and good meals. But there's still exercise involved, and then there's the gut where there was never much there besides just girth. Do you know what I mean? Do you know
I do.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I just wanted to analyze the gut girth for a second on the show here, Paulie, because we've never done that before, and I thought it might be.
Yeah. No, I'm a gut enthusiast. I like a good gut on the right guy. You know what I mean? I look terrible with a gut. I've had guts before, bro. I look so stupid. I've said this a million times over the past. Tony, there's nothing where, because I got like a skinny frame. Like my frame is skinny. But when I gain weight, it only goes to my gut. It doesn't go to like anywhere else. Yeah. So when I am overweight, I look like such a jackass. Like I'm a tall, skinny guy with a big gut. Nothing worse. It's the worst look in the world. Like you're shorter than me, so you could pack it on and probably get away with it. You would just look like a stocky, like a George Costanza type. I just look like imagine Kramer with a gut. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just a terrible look. So anyway, I try not to let that happen. And by the way, Tony, not having a gut, getting harder and harder as the years go on. Harder, and it requires constant work to not get over the line. And for me, I want to get over the line because I love eating food. I'm a big eater. I'm a big cooker. So anyway, I'm saying like shout out to the maintenance required to keep the gut from exploding. Just throwing that out there on the table. Yeah.
Well, here it takes discipline, Paulie, around the table, around the plate, around a plate of food. It takes discipline, and I don't have it. I really don't. If you put a big ass plate of pasta in front of me and it's me, oh, just don't eat the whole thing. Yeah, what? Or if you put a pizza in front of me, I'm gonna eat as much of that pizza as humanly possible, especially a Longbridge pizza. But like, I don't know. I don't have the discipline yet, but the gut girth is happening, and it's a problem.
I'm going to throw a comment down from Rags right now. Rags from New Jersey. He would say, but people would qualify Rags these days using like millennial terminology. Rags he's my bestie. He's my bestie. But anyway, you know what I'm saying? It's the first time I've ever said that word in my life. My bestie. Have you ever used the word bestie before?
No.
Yeah. I probably shouldn't do that ever again. But anyway, I know it's just a comedy moment. Rags said, if you lose your gut, it makes it look bigger, if you know what I'm saying. By the way, shout out, I'm not kidding, this is a true story. Shout out to the Brooks and Paulie show on the Ticket 1050 with Darren Chan and Creative Tony producing and sharing the mic with us. I'll never forget this. Darren Chan on the air one day, on the freaking air, was talking about manscaping. Same thing. He goes, you guys do know, this is what Darren said, not me. This is what Darren Chan said. He goes, you guys do know if you shave down, it makes it look bigger. I said, oh, okay. I'd never even like considered that, but that's something Darren Chan obviously had put some thought into. Anyway, Rex, meet Darren Chan. You guys can talking about like it enhancements, if you know what I'm talking about.
Also, speaking of Rod Brooks, I'll be seeing Rod Brooks later on today on the beach up here in Tahoe. He's up here for the week too. So I'll be seeing Brooksy and his great wife, Sarah, and their boys, Evan and Wyatt. And maybe get some wiffle ball going on the beach later today. So Brooksy is a Tahoe West Shore veteran, and
Can you buckle Brooksy's knees with a wiffle ball curveball? Even my curveball with a wiffle ball is pretty badass. I could buckle a couple of knees. Can you buckle some knees?
Probably. Yeah, probably. Yeah. I love wiffle ball, especially on the
greatest feeling. You feel like Barry Zito, dude, throwing a curveball with a wiffle because it really breaks. It's amazing.
Well, right here too. The beach we go to, Meeks Bay, is like around, I don't know, like around 6 o'clock. It kind of clears out, right? But we always stay late, and that's when the beach is empty, and that's when the wiffle ball comes out. That's when the frisbee comes out. That's when the football comes out, and it's great because I don't know. We have like these home run derbies. If you hit it into the lake, you touch them all. Touch them all if you hit it into the lake. It's like a celebration. And by the way, Andrew, I saw Longbridge Pizza's Andrew Markoulis on the list. He says Squaw Valley is going off, aka Palisades is going off with a blues festival tonight. So I might hit it.
Go get some live blues. Live blues is the greatest. I love live blues. Dude, go to the blues festival and call out for Not My Cross to Bear. Request it. Say, hey man, I want to give me It's Not My Cross to Bear. Damn it, serve it up.
You know what? I am going to ask the Freestone Peaches, not for this next gig, but for an upcoming gig. Could you guys maybe get into that down the road and add that to your, or maybe they already play it. I don't know. I've never seen them play it, but what they play is always fantastic. Whatever they choose to play is always fantastic. But if they added that to their set list or to their repertoire, that I'd be a big fan, but I already am. So it's all good.
So would I. Tony, before I go to Los D and Flex Funding, just a couple of things on the Giants real quick from last night. You know, I want to at least give one compliment, and that is that Willie Adames is playing great ball. He's playing great ball. He's hitting his ass off.
Yeah.
He got that. You know what? It was an exciting ninth inning. I mean, he got that thing going. He's hitting big. You know, but again, they come up short. And I think it was, who was the last at bat of the night? Yastrzemski? Was he the last one?
Yes, Yastrzemski hit that lazy ground ball. But also, Paulie, Jung-Hoo Lee has had a good homestand. And,
he did. Yes, he has. He had a couple of real nice at bats last night.
I also thought of an idea. Why don't we send him a chin strap for his helmet? Right?
Yeah.
Put on the chin strap, and then it won't ever come off. I don't understand why you won't.
You know how amazing that would look, dude, with the strap under the chin. That would look phenomenal. They should do that. They should rank his ass. Somebody should do that. Attach a chin strap today. Have the trainer do that. It's a great call.
As he's walking to the plate, you see him doing this, you know, just kind of like this, right? And just like fastening the strap as he's walking to the plate.
I mean, now these guys with their BS routines now of like doing the flaps of the gloves like 800 times, like they step out. Dude, you can start messing with your chin strap now. Make that part of the ritual of tightening all that shit up. Nomar Garciaparra, right? He was a guy that used to take like 30-second break between every pitch to do his freaking gloves and his freaking elbow thing. Where do you come down on Nomar?
I've always liked Nomar, always. And that was a ritual thing. That was like his, remember we talked about the mental approach of an at bat yesterday with Jung-Hoo Lee and stuff? that was him, it was a trigger for him to like really just lock in. And I totally appreciate that. I mean, it was a bit much, but still, you do what you got to do, man. And I've never faced a 100-mile-an-hour fastball, so I can't speak to it. I've faced like low 90s fastballs, and those feel like they're going to rip your skin off. So I can't imagine what a 100-mile-an-hour fastball looks like. So do whatever you got to do to, get yourself ready to face these guys. And now guys are throwing like 102, 103, 104. I mean, I remember when Rob Dibble threw 100 miles an hour for the first time, and it was the biggest thing like you'd ever seen. And then remember Eric Gagne was throwing 100 miles an hour and people were freaking out. Now you've got starters. These were all like closers and relievers throwing 100 miles an hour because they were only good for like one inning throwing that speed. Now you've got starters, legit guys going 5-6 innings that can hit 100 miles an hour on the radar gun. It's like, Jesus, dude, that's insane. But then again, you got more arm injuries today too. So I would rather have less arm injuries and people, spotting their fastballs, spotting their off speed, and working on that instead.
I'm not a fan of that one-dimensional approach where they're just trying to blow gas by you on every pitch. It's not it's really not pitching. It's like one element of pitching. Well, pitching is like a full palette of colors and speeds and timing and stuff. And these fireball guys, like, it's not that entertaining to watch. And you're right. Like all these kids coming up now from AAA or kids out of college, they can all throw 100, but it's for a limited time. And it's not, I'd rather see a guy mix and match his pitches. I would like really pitch like Greg Maddux.
100%. And a couple of things, Paulie. Straight is straight, whether it's 100 or 85, it's still straight. So people are going to hit it eventually, right? But if you can spot your fastball, if you can spot your off speed and mix it up, and like we were talking about Wisenhunt's changeup. By the way, props to Wisenhunt. He had a rough 2 first innings, gave up 4 runs, but then he settled in and he had 3 scoreless innings. So yeah, you asked me earlier if would you give him another start? Heck yeah. And like, I'm very curious to see how Verlander does tonight, because this is the telltale sign for the rest of the season, I think, for Verlander, because he's got the monkey off his back about not having a win, right? Now he's on the hill again. And man, if he could come tonight and shove and get the Giants back in the win column, that'd be huge for not just his psyche, but for the whole team. They're 2-8 since the All-Star break, dude. It's rough. It's rough.
It's falling off. They really are. They're falling off. And you're right. The Giants, they need Verlander now. It's just not a matter of, hey, it'd be nice if he got to. The Giants really need him to start pitching well because they're really struggling across the board right now. Tony, let's deliver on the promise of Carlos De La Fuente and Flex Funding, and I hope everything's okay with Carlos. We love this guy very much. And the Candlestick Kid is actually working on a deal with Carlos right now. So good on you, Candlestick Kid. I'm sure you're getting professional service, courteous, prompt, and all the expertise Los brings to the table. If you are like the Candlestick Kid and you're thinking, you know what, I could use a loan. I really could. I could use a loan. I got tuition payments. My wife wants me to build a deck in the backyard. Whatever it is, dude, there's always costs popping up. I know. I get. Have you ever noticed this, by the way? Remember when we first did the show, like the first couple of weeks of the show? I don't know if you remember this, Tony, because it was a minor thing for you, but for me, it was hell. I was living in hell. We started doing the Polymath Particle Show, and within a week, my hot water heater just basically crapped out on me. And now I got to have like, They installed it, but I still had no hot water. They had to remove it and put a new one in. So this went on for like a week and a half. My point of relaying that story is it seems like every time you get your hands around life financially, and you're like, okay, bills are paid. Okay, got a couple bucks in the bank. Yep, we can do some fun stuff this weekend. Then something catastrophic happens. Oh, my roof just caved in. Oh, I got in a car accident. Like every time, like you feel like you're finally getting your hands around it, something else, a water heater, something else happened. So my point is, I get it, man. I freaking get it. I've been there a million times in my life myself. That's why Carlos over at Flex Funding, the people like that, mortgage brokers, money lenders, these people, they play a very valuable role in just survival. Sometimes you gotta move from A to B, and sometimes you need some help. And when it comes to your finances, when it comes to mortgages and loans, you got to trust the people you're working with. That's why we'd love to give you Carlos De La Fuente and his professional service. He's very courteous, San Francisco native. You want to talk about private money loans? He can definitely do that. You want to talk about home equity lines of credit? That, my friends, is one of his specialties. And he's just partnered with a new lender. They usually get your deals done within 7 to 8 days. No appraisal fees, no hidden fees, no escrow. Very fast closings too, as I mentioned. No title fees as well. Throw that in there. And again, if you just need some cash in your pocket, I get it, man. Talk to Carlos about that. If you want to like do a reverse mortgage, talk to Carlos. He can help you with that too. The point is, Tony, when it comes to your finances, Carlos is licensed in California and he's ready to go to work for you, T. So I recommend Carlos wholeheartedly.
Dude, 100%, Paulie. And it's just like Dr. Young, how nobody really like looks forward to going or like is psyched, like, oh, I get to go to the dentist. I can't wait. And it's like the same thing when dealing with your money. Like, you'd rather not be having to deal with it, but everybody has to deal with it. It's a necessity. You have to deal with it. And Los, like Dr. Young, makes the uncomfortable comfortable. And you actually look forward to your conversations. My buddy Pete Hoffman here in San Carlos has texted me multiple times because he's dealing with Carlos right now. And he says, dude, I love rapping with Los because, yes, we talk money, but we also talk about life. We talk about sports. We talk about family. And it, like that's, I don't know. I feel like that's something that's worthy and something to look forward to. And Los makes it happen, man. So we just can't speak highly enough of Carlos. And you know, if you have issues and think outside the box. If you think that Los doesn't have an answer for you, I beg to differ because he's a one-stop shop. That's what we call him. Hashtag one-stop shop. So give Carlos a call, 925-250-4894, 925-250-4894, or email him, carlos@myflexnow.com. carlos@myflexnow.com, Paulie.
Thank you, Tony. Thank you very much. And thank you, Carlos. We love you. I hope everything's okay. Let me know if we can help you in any way. Tony, some supers coming in. Let's give them some love. Start with Sanchi in the gold because it's specific to you, my friend. I'm going to let you tackle this one from Sanchi.
Are we? Sorry, I didn't mean to do that on the mic, by the way.
That's good. I like when you do. Yeah. It's a good sound.
Sanchi, thank you for the super, number one. And number two, I mean, yeah. First of all, it's not in the sleeveless beach poncho. My daughter and I already recorded a video this morning. Paulie wanted it shirtless, so we did a shirtless video. It is there. I can show it on my phone, but I'm also going to put it on YouTube for the VIP after the show because I mean, Paulie asked for it. So, like Paulie said, I'm always game to do something. So, and if there's any comedy in it, or if there's any, if it inspires anybody to grab an axe and start chopping, that's what I hope. Yeah. I hope it inspires people to start chopping more wood. And you know what? It's so therapeutic, Paulie, because we used to order like a whole cord of wood and put it on the side of the cabin and have nice fires at the fire pit every night. You can't do that anymore up in Tahoe because of, you know, the fire hazards and the risk of just burning all of the Tahoe Basin down. So basically we have a propane fire pit out that we sit around and have, you know, a nightcap or whatever. So we don't get to chop the wood anymore. But at home in San Carlos, we have one of those solo stoves and we burn fire in the fire pit, that wood in the fire pit. So the chopping will go on. Like you said, the show goes on. The chopping will go on, Paul.
Well, let's do it. Let's honor Sanchi, man. He's asking for it. Give it to him. Hold the phone up. Do whatever you got to do. Like sometimes it requires that kind of ingenuity to move the show ahead when we're technologically challenged. Creative Tony's going to go to the phone. Let's get this.
Oh, okay, hang on. I got
right up on this bad boy. Yeah.
Okay. All right, here we go.
Oh, look at the trees. Looks nice up there. Yeah, dude. Nice.
Okay, hang on. I'll just start it. Okay. And then,
yeah.
You see that?
Not yet. Here we go. Oh, hold it right there. Hold it right there. Okay, get there, Tony. Come on, man. Chop that ass. Yeah. Okay. Ooh, it's a tough one.
Yeah, it is.
Stubborn. Ooh, that's 3 hits. There's part of it going. 4 hits. Damn, this thing is shredding. Okay. That's a real stubborn piece of wood you got there, dude. You're up to like 6, 7 hits on this. You're still working this one. Split that. There we go. Dude, that took like 7 strokes. That took a lot. It sounds like a golf game. How many strokes before you split that log? That was like a 7-stroke log, Tony. That was a big one. Big one.
So therapeutic though, man. Like I was getting out a lot of frustrations in those whacks. So you know what I mean? So that sounded horrible. Sorry. In the chops of wood.
Well, dude, it doesn't sound any better than saying than me assigning 7 strokes to your big log. You know what I mean? Like that's about You could read between the lines on that one. I didn't really do that on purpose, but I realized as I was saying it, Tony, that's a big log you got there. You got to keep stroking. Yeah, keep stroking. Whoops.
Dude,
Sorry.
Dude,
Yeah.
Dub City says this is X-rated stuff, boys.
Well, listen, we're here to provide that. We're trying to check every box. You know what I mean? G, PG, 13, R, and X. Occasional X material. We'll give it to you. Yes.
Dude, Stevie B, you're so right, dude. When you get stuck in a log, you flip it, because when you get a log that has a big knot in it, look out, man, because it's tough stuff getting through that knot. So you're right. And
Listen, if I may. Now, this is a true story. Tony can actually back me up on this. He experienced it as I did last night. So you know how like on the show sometimes we'll talk about, could be like a musical assignment, but a song like today we talked about Footloose, we talked about Danger Zone. Sometimes we'll be on the air and I'll see something on the comment line, or we'll mention a song and it'll be like, you know what? I need to hear that. And that happened to me yesterday because we were talking, I think on last week on Friday or Thursday, about Robert Plant and In the Mood. Flam, flam, flam. I'm in the mood for a minute. Give me that thing with the chords again. Flam, flam, flam. Give it to me.
Fram, fram, fram.
Dude, love that. Dude, one more time, just for my head. Just for my head.
Fram, fram, fram.
I'm very jealous of that sound. I wish I could make that. I can't do it as well as you. Anyway, that was in my head, and I'm like, you know what? So last night I was cleaning up the kitchen, and I'm usually listening to music when I'm doing that. So I go into the little den there, and I throw on the Robert Plant record with In the Mood. And by the way, a trivia points now. Guess who's on drums on In the Mood? And it's a great drum track. Anybody?
And you told me this last night, and I did not know that. So let's see if anybody knows in the chat. Comment in the chat if you know who is on drums on that track, because I did not know, and it was like it blew me away.
And it's a really good drum track too. It's like a very, very good drum track. I don't see anybody responding. I'm going to just give it to you right now. Phil Collins. It's Phil effing Collins on drums. Anyway, same record. Other side, it's like side B, I think, the last song, I think, on the whole album, dude. Big Log. Yes, okay, Tony? Yes. Big effing Log. And that's like your theme song, Chopping Wood. And by the way, I wanted to figure out Big Log last night. Tony, I figured this much out. It's in A minor. Okay, it's in A minor. Big Log in A minor. Okay. Look into it. We might need to play that one. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah. All my lovers in leave with the freeway. Boom, 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 bam, boom, fwam, boom, 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 bam, bam. Good track. It really is kind of hypnotic.
Yeah, and you mentioned that album a couple weeks ago, and then I dove back in, and I was like, wow, I forgot how good of an album that really is, man. Like that is is that his first solo album?
No, it's like okay. Is that Pictures at 11? I think that one's called Pictures at 11. Something like that.
Did he do the Honey Drippers before the solo stuff, or solo stuff then Honey Drippers?
It was solo stuff, then Drippers, then more solos. He's actually, you know what's pretty cool? Robert Plant, God bless him, dude. Oh, he's kept himself very busy since Led Zeppelin, you know, all the Alison Krauss tours. And I like those albums too. Those are nice records. The Alison Krauss, Robert Plant.
I was going to say the Alison Krauss records are great. And Paulie, they're talking about it on the chat because they're giving Phil Collins tunes. I said, Leah says, take a look at me now, because there is an empty space. And if you're, there's nothing left here to remind me, just the memory of your face. But we were saying, Paulie and I had this phone call last night. I'm like, Paulie, this is a great chat for the show.
And you and I don't always talk Collins on the phone. It's very rare that you and I get into a Collins discussion, but it happened. It happened last night. Collins.
I told Paulie one of my favorite songs of all time is the song "That's All" by Genesis with Phil Collins on the vocals. And we were saying we'll take Phil Collins over Billy Joel any day.
Oh, come on. Well, dude, Bill, see, listen, I mean, that's the thing. I mean, Collins was always forming up like these other super groups. Like he also did that thing with Philip Bailey, Easy Lover. Yeah. I love Easy Lover. I freaking love it. She's an easy lover. Dude, she'll get a hold on you. Believe it. Okay. It's a warning. That's what it is. He's issuing a warning. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Yeah, she'll get a hold of you. Believe it, dude. Trust me on this one. She's an easy lover. Yeah.
And the quote of that lyric that is the believe it. Like really, trust me what I'm saying. Believe what I'm saying.
I'm trying to tell you. I've already been down that road. You think it's glam? I'm telling you, she's gonna waste you, bro. She's gonna crumple you up and throw you in the trash bin like an old piece of scrap paper. I'm just telling you, that's what's going on in Easy Lover, dude. I'll defend Easy Lover forever.
Oh,
forever.
dude, totally. I'll defend Collins forever. I'm a Susudio guy. And what was the Land of Confusion. The song Land of Confusion. This is the
Oh, this
yeah,
is the land of confusion. Oh, dude,
dude.
that's what the Ronald Reagan puppet sweating
Yep.
in bed.
Yep. Totally. There's so
Oh,
many good and Against All Odds is a classic. It's a freaking classic. But then we did a spoof song to one of Phil Collins' songs, and I can't remember. Romo, Romo.
oh God, that one was brutal. Yeah, that was a tough one. I didn't really like that one.
But what
Hold
song
on.
is that? What song is that?
That's,
No more.
I don't care anymore.
Yeah,
Wow,
that's right.
no more.
That's right.
No more.
That's right.
By the way, Stevie B checking in. Good one. Turn it on again. That's a good Genesis. Turn it on again.
Right.
Good one.
That's right. Stevie B's on fire because he said I can't find the.
Dude, you know who's a big Collins fan? You know who loves to rock with Collins? No exaggeration. My buddy Winks. He's a big Collins guy.
Nice.
Yeah.
Collins for life. And look at Escobar. He's a super again. Thank you, Escobar. Give me Phil Collins with Bone Thugs and Harmony. Home. Are you aware? I'm not. I'm not
either. This is news to me. I don't know this one, Escobar, but I'll look into it. What?
Well, no, because I'm thinking of the song "Take Me Home" because I don't remember. Take me home, right?
There's some heavy drums going on because I don't remember. Yeah. Dude, this is our Phil Collins tribute show. It just exploded into a Collins tribute. I didn't mean for it to happen, but that's what's happening.
Well, he deserves it, man. He deserves it. And again, shout out great singing drummers, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you've got what's his name? Oh God,
Don Henley.
Well, Don Henley, but the guy who passed away a couple years ago, he had his own barn. Why am I blanking? Shannon Kaler.
Levon Helm from the band. Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, I've got to take it very personally if we don't at least get somebody from the hottest band in the world. Let's talk Peter Criss for a second. He's coming in with Beth. He's coming in with Hard Luck Woman. Peter Criss will take the mic if he needs to, Tony. Let's not leave him out, you know?
Great call, Paulie. And you know what's funny? I was on a text message thread with my buddy Max Medina and Bearded Bob the other day, Paulie, and we were talking about the marketability of Satan because right after Ozzy passed, we had this thread going with our friend Chris, my friend Chris, who lives in she lives in Colorado. She's where I stay when I go to see Fish, and she was a big Ozzy fan too. So we were like talking about Ozzy, and then we were talking about how scared Max Medina was as a kid of like certain artists because of everybody told him it's evil to listen to Ozzy, and if you spin the records backwards, there's like hidden messages in there. And then I remember that I was told that KISS stood for Knights in Satan's Service. Had you ever heard of that when you were a kid?
Of course. Right. Yeah. Night in Satan's Service. Yeah.
Because I mean, like, and then AC/DC was Against Christ, Devil's Child.
Or there's a couple. There's a couple now. There's a couple for each. Let's go through them one at a time. You say KISS. What is it again with KISS? Knights in Satan's Service?
Yes.
Okay, here's another one. I don't know if you remember this one. Then there was a secondary one. This was like the Plan B of Satan stuff, where it said Kids Under Satan's Spell. You ever hear that one? Kids Under Satan's Spell. And then there's two for AC/DC too. What was your AC/DC one?
Against Christ, Devil's Child.
Okay, here's another one. After Christ, Devil Comes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, After Christ, Devil Comes. By the way, Tony, hold on one second.
Yeah.
Somebody say my name. You guys talking about me behind my back?
Anyway, just a quick Satan drive-by. Look at you. Look at the reaction. Nice. You like
that got me, man. That got me. Hold on.
Listen to me. We got supers. Get some of these supers up there. Go ahead, Tony. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah. Dub City says, shout out the episode of Magnum PI guest starring Frank Sinatra, which includes the song Tonight.
Tonight. Gonna make you right tonight. Dude, it's a goddamn play. It's a feast of hits from Collins. And by the way, here's another Genesis track that I like, kind of like the Turn It On Again. Dude, Tony, do you remember Abacab?
Oh yeah.
You're never there, Abacab. You're never there, being a weenie. Pretty good one, Abacab.
I think, Tuba Sun God on our chat gave props to Abacab when I talked about Genesis. That's all he said. Shout out Abacab. So yes, all day. Genesis, man. Those records, those early Genesis records were really, really good. And Dub City, thank you for the super as well, brother. And that's a great call. Great call.
Hey, and by the way, just for bonus trivia points, don't forget Peter Gabriel started in Genesis too. Just
Correct.
throwing that out there. Hey,
Correct.
John Joseph, dude, I'm with you 1,000,000%. You're like the only guy probably on the comments line, the only guy in Northern California that I could be locked in on this. I don't know where this came from, Tony. I was talking to Peter Chris, maybe. He said the best Chips episode, shout out John Poncherello and John and Ponch. He goes, the best Chips episode was the one with the fake Kiss band. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Oh my God.
Amazing. They put together like a generic Kiss in the 70s to like, I got you. Amazing. John, I'm with you 1,000,000%. That is the best episode. Yeah.
That is a great recall. I mean, I was not thinking that at all. And Tuba Sun God says, hit that like button. Yes, please hit that like button on YouTube. Paulie, there's a couple things I want to get to before we wrap today. Well, a few things. I just want to pay our respects to Ryan Sandberg, Rhino, who passed away at 65, man. And
cancer, man. I hate cancer's guts. I know we all hate cancer. We've all been touched by cancer. I have, you have, everybody has. It's the freaking, can't they cure it already? Seriously, dude, it's like we're sending rockets to the moon. We got Elon Musk has wagons driving around on Mars, filming stuff, going, yeah, look, there was some water here once. I don't really give a shit. I'd rather cure cancer. I really would.
I'm sorry to laugh, but you're like you just said Elon's got wagons roaming Mars.
Yeah,
that made
we
me
got a
laugh.
camera on a wagon. We're driving it around. Look at this. There was water here like 8 million years ago. Now we can all go home. Like, I don't give a damn. I want to cure cancer, man.
Right.
I'm just throwing it out there. Anyway, sorry, but your Sandberg thing. Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
No, he was one of my all-time favorite baseball players. I loved Ryan Sandberg. I love those. I mean, I was so happy when the Giants beat them in '89, but I did like Mark Grace. I liked Andre Dawson. I liked Ryan Sandberg. Those were fun teams to root for. And Ryan, I mean, I think he was 16 years in the bigs. That's a great run, mostly with the Cubs. And he just played the game the way I love to watch people play the game. And he's like a second base version of Buster Posey, where he let his play do his talking, and he just had a hell of a time. Anytime you see him playing baseball, he had a big smile on his face and loved playing the game. And he'll be sorely missed, man. I think they just put a statue outside of Wrigley for him, which is great that he got to see that before he passed, and that he knows that the mark he left, the imprint he left in all the hearts of Chicago Cubs fans and just baseball fans around the country. So really sad news about Ryan Sandberg, but man, I can't thank him enough for his contribution to MLB, dude.
Yeah, it's a big loss. He's a Hall of Famer. He's beloved by everybody. He's like one of those guys when you talk about him, he's just one of those guys that's universally loved and respected. Like there's nobody who's going to be like, oh, Sandberg, I never liked him. It's not like that. He was just played the game the right way. He was a great ambassador for the game. Rest in peace. Condolences to his family and to the Cubs family. He was a great Chicago Cub, man. Synonymous with the Cubs. Like when we were growing up, like Sandberg was one of those guys. He was just a constant presence. And he's in the Hall of Fame where he belongs. Hey, John Joseph, sorry to hear that, bro. I saw your note. I'm sorry. Me too. Believe me, me too. I've taken my hits with that whole thing too. We're still talking cancer a little bit, Tony. Sorry. And it is brutal. It's brutal. Anyway, my big thing, somebody cure it. For Christ's sake, somebody cure it already. And I'm talking across the board, not just one type of cancer. I want the whole thing obliterated. I want it wiped off the map. Anyway, Tony, sorry about that. Okay. It is late in the show, dude. And I know you got your hands. Oh, by the way, I got to make an announcement too on Thursday. I have to end the show like at 12 noon sharp. I got invited to go to a gym. This is pretty cool, actually. The legendary photographer Jim Marshall, who has passed away some years ago, but his estate is still putting like new books together of all his work. And this is the guy, he's shot like incredible shots of Jimi Hendrix, Rolling Stones, Grateful Dead. He shot Woodstock. He was a legend. Good Jim Marshall. San Franciscan too. Lived over right near Castro.
Anyway, don't you have a Jim Marshall print in your house? Or
I have a couple. Yeah, I have a Grateful Dead and I have a Bob Dylan that are Jim Marshall.
The Dylan one, I remember.
That tire, yeah, it's a big one. I collect a lot of old like that photography, rock and roll photography. I got hanging in my house.
Hey, and, where's that happening? Where's the Jim Marshall thing happening?
Yeah, so this is great, dude. This is the guy. This is a courtesy of Pete Sitnick, who owns the Water Bar and Epic Roast House. Nice. He reached out to me and he goes, "Hey, man, we're having a book release party. It's a Jim Marshall book of never before seen Grateful Dead shots, and it's kind of in line with the whole weekend of so it's Thursday from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. I think it's invite only, I think. And he invited me. So anyway, I gotta head to the city like right at 12 noon on Thursday. I'm just throwing that out there. And then Friday, dude, I gotta do the show, and I'm going right to Golden Gate Park. Let's get it on. Let's freaking go, man. Let's get the whole thing going. Grateful Dead in the Park. It's going to be a lot of fun. And by the way, Bonnie, Miss Scarlet Fire, the newlywed, I saw you scroll by a minute ago and you go, I should take my kids to his show someday. Yeah, you got to take your kids. Listen to the bands I've taken my son Tommy to see, top of my head. And these are bands he was into when he was a kid, too. Paul McCartney, Rush, Kiss, Metallica.
Nice, dude.
Oh, and Billy Idol, bro. I took him to a Billy Idol show. That one I kind of forced him to. I'm like, Tommy, you got to go see Billy Idol.
And by the way, yes, one thing that you don't talk about, and it's fine, you don't have to, but I want to talk about is how badass Tommy is of a piano player now. Where
oh my God.
I told Paulie, I said, I want to get Tommy on the show, and I want it to have him play music on the show because he is a bad ass on keys. So
he's really good.
Oh, he's really good. And I know you don't want to like brag about your own son. I get that. I'm bragging for you, and I'm bragging for him because Paulie sends me these videos of Tommy playing, and I'm like, Jesus, dude, that is it. And he's got the long fingers that are like, it's like he's made to play piano. Honest to God. So down the line, Paulie, we're getting Tommy on the show to play some keys.
I would love that. He's a little reluctant though. He doesn't like the spotlight.
Uncle Tony.
You can get him. You can win him over. Yeah. He loves his uncle. He loves Uncle Tony, Uncle Cue Ball.
And by the way, I want to give just some love to Ryan Sandberg again as we transition here. Dude, 285 career hitter, 282 home runs in his career. That's and like 23, almost 2,400 hits. So he's and playing a great defensive second base, man. So just tip of the cap to Ryan Sandberg and his career, and my heart goes out to our hearts go out to the Sandberg family and the Cubs community, man. Because, dude, think about what Cubs baseball means to Major League Baseball and what Wrigley Field means to Major League Baseball. It's like that's another one of those teams that I always root for if the Giants aren't in the hunt because of what that area means to Major League Baseball. It just, if you haven't been to Wrigley, I can't stress enough to get there at some point because it's just an incredible experience. And anyways, I know I'm preaching to the choir.
Finish that thought.
I just get there and there's Fenway Park, which I think like the actual physical ballpark of Fenway might be a better ballpark, but Wrigley Field, the vibe and the ballpark and the community around it, and then just the Cub fans, it's just an experience that if you're a baseball fan, or it's just, I highly recommend everybody getting out there. That's all.
Yeah, no, it is. It's something. It's definitely something to do. It's a bucket list thing. I've been to both. I went to Wrigley. I went to Fenway, and they're both amazing. And everybody has their own favorite for different reasons. Creative Tony, yeah. I was gonna go ahead. What do you got?
I want it's Ticket Stub Tuesday, and I want you to show on Dead and Company Week, where it's Billy Strings, Sturgill Simpson, and Trey Anastasio opening up for them. I want you to show a few stubs before the end of the show. But before we do that, Paulie, I want to talk Niner Camp real quick. Niner Camp. Yeah. And this kid, Michael Williams, supposedly he is doing very well in camp. And everybody's like, okay, great pick. Everybody feeling good. And it's like, okay, this is a great sign. Because we keep hearing about injuries at camp. When I read this, I'm like, yes, okay. Because I try not to pay too much attention to camp because it's just camp and it's like kind of spring training. I don't pay a lot of attention to the numbers of spring training. I just like it's fun baseball because it's loose. But as we get into August, man, and preseason starts, and especially for a rookie getting into the system, and Robert Saleh, and I'm sure playing for Robert Saleh is going to be a joy for him. But this kid, Michael Williams, is supposed to be having a really good camp. That's all.
Yeah, and it's funny you say that. I was watching David Lombardi, who we got to get on the show, dude. I got to get Lombardi on the show, and I will. As we get closer, once we get into preseason games and stuff, I'll start bringing in Niner voices. But anyway, I was watching David Lombardi, beat writer, great guy, too. I like his work a lot. He covers the team daily, and he was saying the same thing. He said the word he used actually was Mikel Williams was electric.
Yeah.
Electric down there. He also had high praise for CJ West. And also Brock Purdy. He said Brock Purdy looks really good too. And he's the kind of guy like I listen to. I listen to him. I listen to Mayoko. I listen to Matt Barrows. Those are the guys like the Niner voices I really trust. So yeah, dude, I'm all about is it Michael? Is that the correct pronunciation? Michael? Yeah.
Michael. And he's a beast, man. So it's like that's very exciting news to hear. And because I don't know, you just know what to expect with these rookies. It's a roll of the dice, and to hear that going into camp as they're going into preseason, it's great news. And Pearsall, he's healthy for now, and that makes me very happy too. Because hey, the sky's the limit with that kid, and if he and Purdy can make some kind of connection, kind of like a Brady and Edelman or Brady. Who was the guy? Wes Welker, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
I feel like Pearsall is that type of receiver for the Niners.
Which one of those guys was from the Bay, Welker or Edelman? I know one of those guys is from the Bay Area.
Edelman. He went to Woodside High School. Yeah, I went to Woodside High School.
Who do they play? Who's in Woodside's like conference?
They'll play like Sequoia High School, Carmont High School, all the Peninsula public schools. It's dude. One of the kids I coach, Ben Dalrymple, his older brother is the starting quarterback for Woodside High School, and he's 6'5", dude. He's a monster of a dude, and we're gonna go see some Woodside football this fall. So go Wildcats, yeah, Wildcats.
Okay, Tony, I'll do it like this. I do have a few Grateful Dead things out here on the desk, so I'll show these to you and all of y'all. Yes. And by the way, if you guys are going to the shows this weekend, let me know. Let me know. We'll try to hook up. In fact, Dom and I were talking about this. I think Dom, we're just handling show business on the air. Hey, Dom, I think Saturday would probably be the best day to try to get people together because I know Patty's going Saturday. The only thing, and plus, it'll give me a day to kind of get my bearings, like where I'm going to be. I'll scout it all out Friday night. Have an idea like what a good meeting place might be. Because this is going to be a madhouse, bro. We're talking about the polo field. I'm not sure San Francisco's ready for what's coming. Like I'm not sure they are. Like they haven't seen it done like this in a while. We got a new mayor who does get it, by the way. He's really embraced this whole thing, which is really makes me happy. Because you got to celebrate. These guys are icons. Grateful Dead music in San Francisco, they go together so beautifully. And in my mind, Jerry Garcia is one of the greatest San Franciscans to ever live. So and by the way, Jerry's birthday is Friday. The first show is on Jerry's birthday. So the madness, the particles, the electricity, it's going to be flying around. So I just hope the city's ready. That's all I'm saying. I just hope you guys know what's coming on Friday. And you're going to start seeing them coming into the town probably tomorrow. The influx of people traveling for these shows. Tony, I went into my bag of tricks and I wanted to show these to you and everybody else, especially Scarlet Fire, because she sent in all of those killer ticket stubs too. So let's start with this one. This is one of my favorite shows of all time. Tony, Boston Garden, 9/25/91.
Dude.
And I was right on the side of the stage. I was sitting in a balcony right above Bruce Hornsby, who was playing piano that night.
I love that it's torn, like not on the perforation, right? I love that it's torn.
Boston Garden, like ticket. Yeah, get in there. Come on. Go ahead, give me
just go. Just go.
Get there. Oh, you fucking hippies, get in there. Christ's sakes. Yeah, don't disgrace Larry Bird's house. This is the old Boston Garden, by the way, too.
Dude. Yeah. Put that in a freaking frame, dude.
Here's another one, Tony. This one's very meaningful to me. This is my first ever Jerry Garcia band show on the West Coast. Rags with your brother. I came out with Brian, Rags' brother Brian. He and I flew out here in '89, summer of '89, and I love this show. Tony, Jerry Garcia band at the Greek Theater with Jimmy Cliff opening.
Oh my God! Wow, really?
Yeah, that's a good show right there, buddy.
Dude, Jimmy Cliff opening? That's incredible. What a double show! Wow.
Yeah. Pretty amazing, dude.
Oh, dude, come on. At the Greek Saturday night at the Greek Theater, seeing Garcia.
What are you gonna do? Yes, Saturday night at the Greek, bro. And then Jimmy Cliff came out on stage,
of course,
and they did Under the Sun, Moon, and Stars. Freaking amazing.
I was just gonna say, man, I promise you, if I was at that show at some point in that show, I would have gone to the very top of the venue, very top, and watched the sunset over the entire bay.
I was on the lawn. I was up there, actually. I was on the lawn that night. I had a GA ticket. Here's a great one. This one is from the old Oakland Coliseum, 12/30/91. These are all the mail order tickets, too. Yeah, look at these bad boys, man. This is at the old...
Dude. No camping.
No camping. Well, they shut it down at that point. This is a great one. Dude, Summer Tour 93. I'll tell you what, one of the greatest pairings of all time, Sting was opening shows for the Grateful Dead, and this is my RFK Sting and Grateful Dead ticket.
Wow.
Yeah, great show. And Jerry played Walking on the Moon. He sat in with Sting's band and played Walking on the Moon. It was freaking amazing.
That must have been extremely rare. He never does that, right? He never did that stuff, right?
Who are you talking about?
Garcia going in to play with the opener?
No, actually, he would do that. He did that with Los Lobos. He would do that with Hornsby. He did that with Sting. He did sometimes. Yeah.
Because that's on the moon, man, dude.
This one is just for you, like stat keepers out there. This is Grateful Dead, Philly Spectrum. This is the night of the first Unbroken Chain ever.
Oh man,
and, yeah, this was the first time they ever played Unbroken Chain.
I love it. Man.
One more, and then I'll wrap this up.
What year was that? Hold on, what year was that? The first
that was 95. That was the last year. Right. That was the spring of 95.
Hold on, pause, real quick. Why didn't they play Unbroken Chain before? Like why?
It's so complicated. I think it's just really hard to learn. And then Phil was at him, and it was such a shock. Like you never thought you would hear that song.
Mm-hmm.
They ended the first set with it. I'll never forget that. Scarlet Fire. How did the Dead fit on stage with Sting's ego? Pretty well. But that's the thing. I think Sting became a better person from being on that Grateful Dead tour. And he did. He got to see the whole thing. It was in his face. But you know what, Bonnie? His band was really good. They were really freaking good. I got to give it up. Sting's band was on fire. Okay, here we go. Oh, and Bonnie, for you. This one's just for me and you. A couple of Jersey kids talking here. You know what was on keyboards in Sting's band at that show? David Sanchez, formerly of the E Street Band. Boom. That's for you, Bonnie. Yeah. All right.
Wow.
Final thing. This was just a little flyer somebody gave me, and I'm so glad I kept this because this is the last time I ever saw the Jerry Garcia Band. He did this run of shows at the Meadowlands on Halloween, Nassau Coliseum November 1st, and then this garden show here. That was my last. Wow. That was my last Jerry Garcia Band show. Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh man. Wow.
Yeah, so I've saved all this stuff, dude. I should open a museum someday. Paulie Mack's like rock and roll, like freaking history museum.
The room that you're in your house, you should just say, you know what? I'm decking out the walls with all of it. I'm just going to start tacking things up on the wall. Just that whole room should just become like your little Dead museum. Seriously, seriously, because that all that stuff needs to be seen. I'm so glad you're sharing it, man. Because that I don't know, like I feel like with Ozzy passing, he was like the Jerry Garcia of heavy metal. And then seeing these ticket subs now makes me miss Jerry again. Like I go through God, you know, I was just listening to Garcia Band yesterday and I'm like, God, and Legion of Mary, dude. Come on, man. Oh, so good. It's just so good. I forget the bass players.
John Kahn. Yeah.
On. Oh man.
Yeah.
What a band. What a band.
Yeah.
What a
Garcia Band, dude. I mean, I forget about it. I know. I'm a big fan myself, man. Yeah.
Man. So anyways, just thanks for sharing those, Paulie, because that's
yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, I'm in the mood, bro. I got a couple of days. I got to stretch out. I got to get like in game shape for these shows. I'm doing a 3-night run. All right, Tony. I want to thank Young Dental on the way out. Dr. Matt Young, thank you so much. 490 Post Street, info at youngdentalsf.com. 25 years in the biz. One of the greatest human beings I know, and he will take great care of you. Trust me on this. If you need to make a switch or you just need a checkup or you have a toothache, whatever the case, and it's time you get into the right hands, and Dr. Matt Young is certainly the right hands to care for you. 415-392-8611, the Young Dental Group in San Francisco. They rock, they roll, they do it all. All right. Also, Carlos at Flex Funding. Los D, I hope everything is okay, my brother. We'll talk to him later on today. I know he had a family thing to get to, so I hope he's okay. Carlos, licensed in California, mortgage broker, money lender, private money loans, can tweak your HELOC. What am I trying to say? Your mortgage. Hello, brain dead. If you got a mortgage issue, he can definitely help you out with that. He can redo your mortgage, private money loans, whatever it is. He's licensed in California. We've been saying it for years, from Willits to San Diego. Tony, from Tahoe to Petaluma. You know what I mean? Give me one. Give me a combo platter. Some California.
I was going to say from Tahoma to Turlock, Paulie. That's just what I would say. Or I would say from Mendocino to Monterey. How
about from Pismo to Jenner? You know,
fine. I love Jenner. By the way,
I like
Jenner. What a cool little corner of the earth right there, Jenner. Man, my God, beautiful. Where River's End, great little restaurant out there at where the Russian River meets the ocean. Just
Tony from oh dude, here we go. I just thought of a new one we can incorporate from Sea Ranch to Dolo, bro. To Dolo. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Yeah.
I love it, dude.
Tony, from Soma to Pacific Heights. You know what I mean?
From Weed to Watsonville. Don't shout. Okay. From Wairika to Yuba City. I don't know.
I like these guys. Everybody's starting to play now, dude. John Joseph from Weed to Mead. Andrew from San Francisco to San Ysidro. I don't even know what that is.
San Ysidro. Nice, Andrew. Nice, dude.
San Ysidro. I'm not familiar. Where is San Ysidro? Is that Southern Cal?
Yeah. And then also, hold on, Mount Rose to Mount Tam, Pine Needle. Nice work, dude.
Tom Peralta from Tahoe City to Tracy. I love this, dude. Sub City from Phil Collins to Billy Joel, dude. Yes. Hey, Tony, from Loggins to Messina. You know what I mean? Loggins to Messina. Yorba Linda, from Yorba Linda. From hold on, they're coming fast and furious. From Shelter Cove to Bernie Falls, from Mount Rose to Mount Tam. We got that one. You guys are great, man. It's amazing. From Mount Shasta to Mount Diablo. Good one, Folsom Steve. Yeah, I've hiked them both, as a matter of fact. Tony, when was the last time you got your ass up on Mount Diablo? The seldom visited Mount Diablo for us North Bay guys, and it's over in the East Bay. You ever get over to Mount Diablo, do a little hiking?
You're gonna get me to tear up, man, because my old black lab named Kaya. Remember Kaya?
I do.
I used to go running and hiking on Mount Diablo with Kaya all the time, man, when I lived over there. So you just struck a nerve right there, Paulie. Or you just struck a nerve. You tugged on the heartstrings right there. I'm
going to end the show on a very sentimental note that I'm going to do you a favor and have a freaking box of tissues nearby, because I guarantee you're going to cry. Have you ever heard, for any of you who have ever lost a dog, and that's pretty much all of us, right? When you have to put your dog to sleep or your dog passes away, it's like one of the most heartbreaking experiences you can go through. There's a Neil Young song on the Harvest Moon album that he wrote about his dog passing away.
Oh yeah.
It's called Old King.
Yes,
check it out. Just go check it out, dude. Old King. And big dude, one time I had to kick him when he was bad, like all the lyrics and then how bad he felt afterwards. Like, it's a great song. He loved to go running. He loved to go sniffing. It's all in there. Old King by Neil Young. If you've lost a dog, yeah, it's a tough one.
Paulie, that's a great call. Old King is a great track, man, and it's a different sound for Neil Young too. The song is a different sound. So, but I'm ready for Diamond Dave whenever you're ready.
Send them in, Tony. Let's dismiss the class. Thank you so much.
Class dismissed.
There we go.
Thank you, Creative Tony. Enjoy Lake Tahoe. And thank you, all of you guys. Dub City, Beat LA, Christian Narek, Don Peralta, John Joseph, Noemi Catalina, Patty from Napa. You made it. All of you guys, thank you so much. Stevie B, Escobar the Third, DC. Peace to y'all. Love y'all. And enjoy. Hey, come on, Giants. You know what I mean? Help a brother out. Help a brother out. You know, I gave you all the particles I could. I got dead tickets. I got Sting. I got everything I could give you today. We got Collins, Messina. We've thrown so much good energy into the universe. I'm expecting a Giant win tonight. Verlander, help a brother out. We will see all of y'all tomorrow night for a night flight. Tony's still in Tahoe with bass player of the Freestone Peaches, great Allman Brothers band here in the Bay. They're going to be gigging this weekend. So we'll talk to Jeff Faust. My good buddy Jeff Faust joins us tomorrow night. Creative Tony, enjoy that blue water. Say hi to the kids. And we'll see all of y'all tomorrow night on the night flight. Peace, Tony.
Peace, you guys. Take care.